Hey there everyone! In case you don't know who I am, I'm RayRayVA. I'm the original creator and owner of Voice Acting Amino. I created this amino in June of last year in hopes of creating a community for both aspiring and veteran voice actors alike. The purpose of this amino was to create a community where users could come together to make connections, create casting calls, and learn new tips and tricks from fellow VAs. I also created this amino to give beginners the resources they needed to start their own voice acting journey. As many of you may have noticed, a lot of posts have recently been disabled by both myself and my team. If you've read our guidelines carefully, you should know that we specifically have a rule against users creating posts to advertise their services. While it is perfectly fine to advertise a project once it is completed, it is against the rules to create a post for the sole purpose of getting directors to message you for roles. This is completely unprofessional, and while we created this amino to help beginners, we would like to maintain a professional environment for VAs who are aspiring to reach the professional level. I have been an online voice actor for more than 3 years, and I can tell you from personal experience that most directors will not make the effort to message you for a role. It is the expectation that voice actors will audition for projects through a casting call rather than relying on a director to message you for a role. It should also be noted that listing voices that you can do is not a reliable way of advertising your voice. Your best form of advertising is through the use of a demo reel. If you don't know what a demo reel is, you can find more information through the links provided in our official Beginner's Guide to VA, which is pinned at the top of the feature feed. In addition to demo reels, you can find many other useful posts on getting started on VA work. Back on the subject of demo reels, in a nutshell, a demo reel is a 60 to 90 second recording of your own voice showcasing what you can do. You want to vary voice types and emotional range so that you can show directors what you are capable of doing. If you can do an English accent or can sound like a little kid, don't just say that you can. Show people in your demo reel. Creating a post just listing the voices that you can do does not give a director any content to judge if you're the right fit for their character. They need to hear your voice. In the past, we have been extremely lenient on users creating advertising posts, but we have decided to come down hard after an increased number of these posts arising. These posts clutter up the feed, and in fact bury casting calls which directors put out for you to audition for. Rather than advertising your voice in a post, go look for casting calls to audition for to land roles. The same goes for public chats. Do not create a public chat for directors to find you. I recently attended a panel hosted by John Swayze, who is a professional voice actor working for Funimation. You may know him for his various roles in anime, which you can look up on Wikipedia if you're interested. In any case, in this panel, he was giving advice on how to get into voice acting work. He said, "Your job as a voice actor is 99% advertising. Your reward for advertising is getting to voice act." He also explained the importance of demo reels and how people are selected for auditions on a professional level. As a voice actor, it is your own job to find things to audition for, not the other way around. It is impractical for directors to go and find voice actors themselves when on a professional level they would just contact an agent who will in turn contact you. You must have a professional demo reel to even be considered for any role on a professional level, and we would like to encourage users to follow that practice. Starting today, any posts that are considered self-advertising will be disabled, and we will go back and disable any posts created in the past we may have missed. This is to be fair on new users and ensure that everyone is following our guidelines. I highly encourage all users to read both our guidelines and beginner's guide if you have the chance. We expect all users to follow rules, regardless if you have read our guidelines or not, so it is in everyone's best interest to read them and ensure what you're posting is okay. The beginner's guide has many great tips and tricks that may help you if you're not sure where to start in voice acting, and are also a great place to refresh your memory if you're coming back into voice work. If you ever have any questions about our guidelines or voice acting in general, please feel free to message anyone on our team, and we would be more than happy to answer your questions in chat. On a final note, on April 15th, we will be opening curator applications on this amino. If you haven't noticed, one of our leaders, Frost, has stepped down from his position. He has been extremely busy and is unable to be online, and he will be greatly missed. Recently, I appointed our newest leader, Explodacy, to a curator position, and after a week into leadership. Carson, Explodacy, was an original leader on this amino back in June of last year. He stepped down a while ago and has decided to return to help me in running this amino. If you are interested in applying to be a curator, please stay tuned for that post in the future. Thank you and have a wonderful day. And belated Happy Easter!